Making the buzz, we all think parents should be involved in their kids' education, but did one father go too far? A story about a dad who went ballistic over his son's grades is blowing up on Yahoo today.
Benjamin Doyle of Iowa City is facing a trespassing charge after he reportedly stormed onto the field during a high school soccer game and tried to yank his son off. Doyle apparently didn't believe his kid's grades were good enough. Police officers at the game removed Doyle from the field. The boy's mother and the school say the student's grades are high enough for him to play. Dad, though, apparently disagreed.
And he has since apologized for the incident, but that didn't stop the school from banning him from campus, from coming back to the campus. What do you guys think of this, Dad's actions?
All right, Shannon here from KUPD. Can you imagine if you were that kid?
Oh, I would be embarrassed, because then you're the talk of school on Monday or the next day and be like, hey, did you hear so-and-so's dad came on the field? What a joke. You know, I mean, it's just horrible.
But let's give Dad some credit here. You know, I really think it's fantastic that he took a stand and told his son, you know what, you're going to keep your grades at a certain level. The school's level has nothing to do, perhaps, what is going on in his house. You may have to have a B or an A average to participate in sports.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say, you don't shame and you don't publicly humiliate your children. I think that if he had C's and Dad wanted him to have A's and B's after that game, have at it. Go to town with him.
Agree.
Tell him, no more games for you. And talk with the mom and make sure that you guys are on the same page.
Yeah, everyone, I think, needs to be getting together and saying, well, is the kid's grades, are they high enough? But I think jumping onto a field just to make a point.
Yeah, I totally think that Dad is probably regretting this now that, of course, it's across the country. And you know, there's a lot of fear too. Shannon brought this up. You know, what if your kid was out on the field and then this lunatic comes running out? You don't know if this guy is, going to hurt your child. Right. So then that's the safety factor that comes in. I'm sure he woke up this morning or whenever the day after and goes, oh, bad idea. But I do appreciate and applaud the fact, though, that he's pushing his son to get the grades that he expects.
I think it was someone on your Facebook page that said, that's an old school dad right there.
Yep.
That's an old school dad.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
I know that there were dads when I was growing up, they were really into the kids being in sports, and we all grew up like that, but I don't ever remember a dad like really reprimanding the kid after the game or before the game about the grades. It was always done at home. I mean, it was always done at home with me. I'm sure it was done at home with you guys. So I mean, unless Rebecca, you had your mom jumping onto the court and something like that.
She never did anything like that. I can see if this kid was hanging out at the arcade after school and Dad came and said, hey, no, you're going to go and study because your grades aren't near where they should be, but really pulling him off of a soccer field.
And we don't know what led up to that. Maybe Dad said, you're not going to play this week. You flunked the test, you're not going to play this week. We don't know everything that led up to him kind of going crazy. But here's what you guys think. A lot of you are, again, both sides of the fence. Laura Elin says, good. Some schools care more about a win than the kid's education.
Michael Lucero says, what he did was inexcusable. He overreacted and should have handled it differently. There's no defense for his behavior.
Jennifer Gill, oh boo-hoo. It seems like the dad was the only reasonable one. Maybe if his son put as much effort into his schoolwork as he did in the game, this wouldn't have been an issue.
And Milena, I'm not going to even go there. Milena Johnny says, there's a time and a place for it. If you respect and love your child, how embarrassing for his son. It sounds like mom and dad need to have a discussion.
So they were separated, right?
Yeah, that appears to be the case. So again, they need to be communicating with each other because mom was fine with it, dad obviously was not.
So maybe there was some other stuff going on. Maybe the son just got thrown in the middle of all of it.
It was a bad dinner the night before that led to it.
I don't know. All righty.